how's it going, my Floridans? It's your boy Floridawildones back with another YouTube video. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing the number one feature of my brand new truck that I freaking hate. Now, before I get into the craziness, the one thing I love about this truck is it's a fully loaded LTZ. So I have the leather seats, heated and cooled seats. Heated steering wheel, got cameras all over the damn thing, got freaking sensors. I got the whole bells and whistles. I just don't have a sunroof. And I love all the features that it comes with. But if there's one feature that I hate about that truck, like I just absolutely hate, and if I could, I would have gotten rid of it from the factory, it is the dang auto stop start. Now, I wish GM would just understand that people aren't buying. In fact, they do understand. People aren't buying freaking gas sipper econo box cars anymore because they killed all their cars. Everybody nowadays, they're all buying freaking big behind trucks and SUVs. And I wish GM started adding this auto stop start. I think the government pushed it that way vehicles could be a lot more efficient. But if everybody's ditching their Malibus and Impalas and Sparks and Sonics for Suburbans, Tahoes, and Silverados, it's like cutting the engine off is not going to reduce emissions when everybody's buying bigger, heavier vehicles that really don't need these bigger, heavier vehicles. So, basically, the feature that I hate is the stop-start feature. To me, I don't care how much GM says that, oh, they beefed up the starter or the alternator or the plugs or the engine had some internal work done. When I go to work on a normal day and I go through 12 stoplights and 5 stop signs, in my older 14, I turn the engine on once, I turn it off when I get to work. In my newer one, every time I go to a stop sign, engine cuts off. Every time I go to a stoplight, engine cuts off. If I get caught up in traffic, engine turns off. So instead of the engine just turning off once on my drive to work, the engine could turn off almost a dang max of freaking 20 times. And that's not even counting if I run into traffic or anything else that would cause my engine to stop. Because sometimes I like to stop to get something to eat for breakfast. As soon as I pull up to the next speaker, engine turns off. And to me, that cannot be healthy for the engine or any part of the starting system to constantly go from one stop to 20 stops in one trip. And that's not even counting if I have to run errands. Thank God that GM put a button right there on the dash to hit, so as soon as you get in it, you can just turn that BS off. But sometimes I forget to hit that button, and then I feel the truck shudder, and I am like, oh my gosh, bro, like I hate it so much. Like GM has to understand that if we buy these big behind vehicles, we aren't really concerned with gas mileage. We are concerned with being comfortable. If we wanted to be more conservative on gas, we would have bought a dang Corolla or a little Nissan Sentra or like a little small econo car. But no, we fat Americans want to be in our big boy rides, our big lifted trucks, our big old Bourbons that we don't even really need, and so we buy these big behind trucks. But yet, they put this in that stupid behind DOD two things that are killing the motor. First, the dang DOD, the dang cylinder deactivation kills it while it's driving, constantly having the pistons go from going to only one going, and then going, and then one going, and one going, and then the motor stops at every traffic light. So now you have, instead of the motor just doing this throughout the whole drive, well, doing this throughout the whole drive, now it's doing something like this, and then something like this, and then you stop at the stoplight, and then you hit the gas, and then you stop because you went up to your cruising speed, and then you stop again at the next light, and then you doing this. Like, this gets tiring versus just doing this straight. And that kind of looks wrong. But it's just the fact that GM is purposely putting these technologies to save gas in their cars, and all it's doing is just blowing up these motors, and people are paying 50, 60, 70, upwards all the way to the Escalade V, up to $150,000 for these vehicles just to have the motors blow up on them. Sometimes before they even have a year of dang ownership. And not only are people paying out the butt for these dang trucks and SUVs, but even if it's under warranty, if you're paying over $1,000 a month for your truck and SUV, you don't want to be in a shop for God knows how long to replace the motor when you're still paying for it, but yeah, you're not driving it. That's gonna make you mad as heck as an end customer if you're paying this much for a vehicle that you can't even drive because GM put this technology in the motor that blow it up. So that's one thing that I hate. Hopefully GM realizes, or the government, hopefully one of the two cuts back on these freaking policies, because me and a couple other owners, man, and all the stop start isn't just a GM thing now, it's in all the brands. But where I'm at down south, GM is king. If you ain't have a GM, then people are gonna look at you sideways. But yeah, I just hate this new truck feature so much because all it does is you save maybe what a hundred, $500 over you owning a car from it turning the dang engine off, and you're just blowing out a $5,000 engine plus labor. So yeah, it's stupid and it's costly. Thanks for watching, y'all. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace out, my Floridians.